Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to confirm the United forward search down in Spain. Obviously, he has talked about Antony Martial and very many other things in here onto the United Matters channel. We're going to talk about Antony and how the legendary Pele has gone ahead to really console him and strengthen him and tell him you are the future of Brazilian football and don't mourn about it. Just be happy that it has happened and you are supposed to come back big and better. That's what Pele has gone ahead to tell Antony's Manchester United. Then Bruno Fernandes has a start that he is having more than any other player at the World Cup, especially as far as line breaking passes are concerned in Qatar. Welcome to United Matters channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, lower right bottom corner, that's the place to be. Smash the subscription button, smashing it, hit the notification bell. That will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this channel. Now, yesterday, you know very well, United played its last game in Spain and they played Real Betis. Real Betis beat United by 1-0. Obviously, we are really lacking loads and loads of players, but obviously, they went ahead to go on and get the job done. That is Real Betis against Manchester United. Ten Hag had how many players? Let me count. Lindelof, that you consider as first starters. Lindelof, Scott McTominay, Antony Martial, and David De Gea. I think those are the only 4 players that he had with him in the starting 11 of United. The rest have been at the World Cup and they are resting, and I believe Pele and Eriksson are going to join Manchester United, I think, this week that we are starting tomorrow on Monday, because they have rested for close to 7 days, and those are the days that are going to be given to every United player to return at the club. Now, after the game of football, he had lots of things to say, and one of the notables was all about this. Sorry about that. When Ten Hag asked if United are looking for a striker, he said yes, but only when we find the right player. We will do everything in our power. We are doing research at every opportunity, and we will do everything we can to sign them if that opportunity is there. So he's confirming to us that he is willing to go out and sign every player that is there for United, especially as far as the striker is concerned. He's saying that they'll do everything in their power. They are doing research at every opportunity, and we will do everything we can to sign them if the opportunity is there. So he's saying that they will do everything in their power. Obviously, United has the power. The attraction has never ended for top strikers and players to come at Manchester United. And this is where I quote Ronaldo naive of saying that United no longer signs world best players. And I asked him, United is not known, and I gave my reply to Ronaldo as United is not to sign world-class players, that's it. But United signs the next prospects, the next world stars. That's what United signs, and that's why they signed him in 2003 as the next huge star, and he became the world best player at Manchester United. The likes of Wayne Rooney, the likes of Michael Carrick, the likes of Tevez, the likes of Dimitar Berbatov. I think the few finished products that were brought at Manchester United at their prime is Robin van Persie. That was really great signing, according to me. And who else? Eric Cantona, yeah. Leave alone those years of 1990 to 2000. I'm talking about years of 2000 to 2020. Even when Ferguson was here, Ruud van Nistelrooy was not a world star. It's United that really made him a world-class striker. Ferdinand, for him, he had really proven himself at the World Cup that he's really a very good player, and obviously he had proven the world that he's really one of the best players in the world. He was a finished article. I think even Dimitar Berbatov was a finished article. But when he talks about we are doing anything in our power to bring the players, he's confirming that United is still an attraction to very many strikers. And he continued and said, we are doing research at every opportunity and we will do everything we can. Now, research at every opportunity, researching at the World Cup, researching at those players that they've been scouting that have not been at the World Cup. And trust me, when it comes to scouting, look no further than Erik ten Hag. He's really great. He's really great at scouting. Look at the players that's brought at Ajax. Antony, Onana, Mazurui. You see him. He's now in the semi-final of the World Cup. playing for Morocco. He left Ajax on a free transfer, you know that very well. Gravenbach, Lisandro Martinez. There is Dusan Tadic, looked rusty at Southampton and signed him, and he turned him one of the best players in Europe, according to me, in the number of times they've come to the Premier League. Look at Julian Timber, different kind of player altogether, who has gone ahead to do the needful and obviously put his body on the line for the Netherlands team, though they failed to really qualify to the semi-finals, but obviously Argentina knocked them out. But obviously all these are players that he has been scouting from different continents, and there are very many other players that Ten Hag has gone ahead to scout, like Malacia Terrell. No one knew about him, and we got to know about him when he really came in through at Manchester United and said, I want Terrell Malacia. Trust me, if Terrell Malacia was not interested, if Manchester United were not interested in Terrell Malacia, that hullabaloo wouldn't have happened of him to Marseille and then to United, because Marseille doesn't make a lot of news. But when United came in through and showed interest and hijacked him, he became a topic to talk about. Terrell Malacia, first signing of United, and he has gone ahead to prove to the manager, please, you are right for signing me here at Manchester United. So I believe when he's talking about research, I trust him. He's going to go in for the perfect search, and obviously we are going to get in the best books of signings in January. So meaning that we are really looking for a striker. What other confirmation do you want from the manager, Erik ten Hag? That's another way of confirming to us that United are totally in search of a striker and they want one without further ado. Then Ten Hag continued to say the following about the current striker situation at Manchester United. He said Martial has 350 minutes, 4 goals and 2 assists. That's a really good record according to Erik ten Hag. That means that in 350 minutes, he has been involved in a goal in every 60 minutes of the field of play. That is Martial for you. So that is really a very huge statistic, and I think these are some of the reasons as to why Ronaldo found himself ashamed at Manchester United. He had played very many games, very many minutes altogether. Out of the 2,000 plus minutes that United played, I think Ronaldo played close to 1,800 minutes, but he had only 3 goals and is it 1 assist or 2? I think 2 assists. But a player who had only played 350 minutes, not even 4 games in total, had more goal involvements than him. That's it. So I believe Ten Hag is a believer of Antony Martial, and I'm believing in him because he is really a talented player that is going to lead that line, and our only prayers are let him not get injured, because injuries have been his only problem at the club, and I believe he would have registered very many more assists or goal involvements if at all he was fit at Manchester United, and he wouldn't have seen himself known at the World Cup in Qatar representing France. Then Ten Hag continued and said on Martial, first challenge for him is to be available and fit, which he has to be responsible for. But we have to support him in all the ways we can. We have seen that when he's available, he has a massive impact on our game. So Ten Hag is hinting on what I hinted before when I started this sort of Antony Martial, that he should keep fit, and he's hinting on him passing the first challenge of keeping himself fit and is responsible for it. Maybe Antony Martial has been living recklessly, and Ten Hag has now sat him down, told him the reason as to why you don't get the healing you deserve to get is that you don't do ABCD, you don't rest enough, you don't do blah blah blah, and I believe Ten Hag is a master at that, and is going to get him back to the levels of fitness that he deserves to be. I believe Antony Martial can play the next 10 games of United. He can even score 10 goals because he fits into that entire team like a glove. When he's on the field of play, Antony is lively, Rashford is lively, Bruno is lively. The chemistry between Bruno and Martial is really out of this world. The same applies to Rashford and Antony Martial, because these two in between themselves, their best season in 2019-2020, they scored almost 45 goals in between these two, meaning that if Rashford is now at 8 at Manchester United and Martial is having only 4 goals, you get? Meaning that they are left with how many goals? Those are 12. 8 plus 4, 12. 8 of Rashford and 4 of Martial. Those are 12, meaning that they're left with like some 34 goals together. And I believe every one of them can go ahead and really bunch in some 18 goals if at all Martial keeps fit. Because for Marcus Rashford, I believe he's 100% healed. He's going to get us to the levels we expect him to be, and no doubt about his abilities to get this job done in the United shirt. So that's what Ten Hag went ahead to say about Anthony Martial as far as that is concerned. And I believe he has spoken out and he has advised him to keep himself fit and not see himself in the situation that he has been in recently that has seen him not do the needful for the club and obviously get injuries in here and game in, game out. That is a player who goes by the names of Antony Martial. Now from Antony Martial, let's go a little bit into the players of United that have been at the World Cup. Now we are having Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes defensive line breaking passes at the World Cup. He is ranked in the first position. That's it. Bruno Fernandes Borges ranked in the first position, as you see there, with 17 passes that he made. That is Bruno Fernandes Borges. He made 17 passes altogether. Lionel Messi followed him with 15, Luka Modric with 14, Kylian Mbappe with 13, Shalby of Senegal had 11, Angel Di Maria had 11, Griezmann had 11, Kimmich had 10, Olmo had 10, Paul Rodrigo Depaul had 9 of Argentina, Robinson USA, and so on and so forth. Now the remaining players that could break his record are Messi, Modric, Kylian Mbappe, Angel Di Maria, Antonio Griezmann. I think those are the only players still in the World Cup that can break his record. But I believe he has really done a very good job. He was the best player for Portugal in the World Cup with almost 5 goal involvements. What an output for Bruno Fernandes and playing his World Cup. I think it's his first World Cup. Was Bruno there in 2018? Was he? Even if he was there, I don't believe that he really played the game. But obviously, he has gone ahead to show that he's really a very good player that everyone is here to talk about and even be happy about his deeds right now at the World Cup. And obviously, that is Bruno Fernandes for you. Let's go to the other player. Antony, returning from the World Cup is what United fans will need to hear. But obviously, he went ahead to put out a long message that read, "Not how I wanted to begin this message, but first of all, I need to say how proud I am for each of you who has lived this dream with me. It's been years, months, weeks, days, and more days thinking about bringing this title back home, the country of football, and we tried everything. Every drop of sweat, every bag, every vibration, every dribble and goal, we made it. Today, there is the sadness of elimination, of uninterrupted dream. However, I'm sure that we will come back even stronger, more united, and with the same desire to give joy to all who cheer for us. Antony, who leaves Qatar today, is the same one who painted the streets of Osaka dreaming of the World Cup title. Not now, but we'll be back. Hexa is still our goal. We will cry today. We have that right. We are human beings, but tomorrow we will start to rebuild our history." A very heart-catching message put out by Antony, and obviously this forced the Brazilian legend and Pele to go out and really jot this down onto this Instagram post of Antony. And Pele, in his words, this is what he said as soon as this young man put out this message concerning their elimination from the World Cup. Pele said, "You are part of the upcoming generation. Don't give up and stay strong. The story is just the beginning," or the story is just beginning. So he is being encouraged that don't give up, keep pushing hard, and make sure that you keep doing what you're supposed to do. You are part of the upcoming generation. Everything is going to be in your hands according to how things are really looking. Him, Martinelli, I think Richarlison, Gabriel Jesus. There is Endrick, that 16-year-old striker. I believe he will come in through the likes of Vinicius Jr. That's the new future of Brazil. And obviously Pele is telling him, focus on your next move. So guys, thank you very much for watching in. Tell me what you think about Ten Hag confirming United forward search. Obviously fronting Anton Martial and backing him, giving him a message and leaving it behind for him to really be responsible for his own fitness. He has to keep fit to see to it that he plays each and every game for Manchester United. Then tell me what you think about Bruno Fernandes' record. He left at the World Cup. Obviously, Pele coming out and consoling, all re-energizing Antony of Manchester United to see to it that he does the needful that is really required for him to return big and better, because he's the future of Brazilian football. Thank you guys for watching in through first video of the day. More are yet to come. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I hand you over to your mortal, protect you abundantly. I'm out for now. See you later, my mates.